In the popular Disney movie Beauty and the Beast, Belle is given a large, beautiful library that holds more books in one room than most people see in a lifetime. And I'm sure that she was overjoyed to receive such a present. But imagine her frustration if the library weren't organized and cataloged in some way. If she were looking for a certain book, she might have to search through the entire collection before she found it if she weren't sure where it was on the shelf. And if she was unsure if the library contained a certain book, she might never find out if the list of books wasn't cataloged in a record somewhere. Lucky for her, the library was most likely organized and cataloged according to some method. And you may not have as many books as Belle, but no matter how large or small your book collection, everyone can benefit from organizing and cataloging your home library. It's a simple task that anyone can do. So you may be wondering what the advantages of a cataloged and organized home library might be. Well, the benefits are threefold. First, cataloging your home library makes it easier to keep track of what books you own and what you may have lent to others. If you have all your books listed on a record, you know exactly what you own. You never have to wonder if you bought that book before. And as your collection grows larger, this is really helpful. Number two, cataloging and organizing your home library makes it easier to find the books that you're looking for. Again, as your library grows and you have shelves and shelves of books, you may forget where you put a certain book on the shelf, but cataloging it and organizing it according to some method makes it easy to go straight to it on the shelf. And number three, a cataloged and organized home library just looks better than a disheveled, unorganized library. So there are numerous ways to organize your home library, and you should choose which ones are best for you. The first way that you could organize your library is by size and color. Some people do this if they want their library to be more of a centerpiece in their living room and consider it part of their decor more than a utilitarian just shelf of books. So to do this, it's pretty simple. You just take all your books down, separate them by color scheme, and then in those colors, separate them by size, either largest to smallest, or smallest to largest, whatever, that's up to you. The second way to organize them is just by alphabetical order, either by title or author. You can go a step further though, and the third way is to separate them by subject and by alphabetical of the last name of the author. So to exemplify this, I have just a small collection from my books, just to show you how easy it is and how much nicer it is and how easy it is to find the books on the shelf. So to do this, first you're going to separate them by category. You're going to separate them between nonfiction and fiction. So I have fiction over here and nonfiction there. So you just take them and separate them between those two categories. Okay, and once you have them separated between categories, you're going to want to separate them by the last name of the author. So for this book, this one starts with a W, so it's going to go back here. Let's see, this is L, so it's going to stay there in the middle. Now this is a good example of a book because it has two authors on there. So for something like this, I would use the first letter of the last name of the first author. So you just put those there, so that's my nonfiction. And then for fiction, I have Huxley, that's going to go after G. And then I have two by Conan Doyle, that's going to go at the very front. And then I have one which is I, which is going to go after H. So now there I have my organized bookshelf. Now you can go a step further once you have them separated between fiction and nonfiction and separate them between subject and genre. Since I have a small collection of books, I decided not to do that for this example. But you can separate them between history and biography and nonfiction, and science fiction, mystery, romance in the fiction section. So there we have my organized library, and I can easily find a book by Conan Doyle if I'm looking for it, or I can read Lawson's book on Danton during the French Revolution. I know exactly where it's at on my shelf now. So that's my organized books. So now that you know how to organize your bookshelf, it's important to understand that that's only the first step. The second part of organizing your books is cataloging them in some way. So you can catalog them. There are a couple ways you can do this. You can use a computer program such as Microsoft Excel or some other type of spreadsheet. This way is good because you can save and share the information easily. You can send it to other people if you wish. The only thing, if you use a computer or a spreadsheet, it's best to keep it saved on some kind of backup, like a memory stick, in case your computer crashes or the file gets corrupted somehow. The other way you could do this is just a list of your books on pen and paper. Someone might use this if they don't have access to a computer or don't know how to use the computer program. But if you do this, it's kind of harder as your collection grows to write every single book and author. So it's probably best to just go ahead and use a computer program if you can. So now that you understand how to catalog them, some people have so many books they don't know what to do with them. Others are just starting their book collection and only have enough books to fill one shelf. But no matter how large or small your book collection, it's always beneficial to organize and catalog your books, so as your book collection grows, you can keep track of your books easier. It's simple, it's free, anyone can do it, doesn't require any special knowledge or skills. So now that you know how to do that, I hope you take this information and use it in your own home to catalog and organize your own books. Thank you.